What is up, guys? Rickhackis here, and today we're talking about the Anguish of Drystan. This is the King's Fall Raid auto rifle for the Taken King DLC in Destiny. And we're talking today about how this gun is absolute trash. Now, before we discuss what's terrible about this gun, let's discuss what's good, because it's not all bad. Firstly, it does come with the Will of the Light perk passively unlocked, which is going to do 10% bonus damage to Taken. That is pretty darn useful. Every raid gun comes with this, and every raid gun also comes with the Cocoon perk. The Cocoon perk has been proved to be actually very, very useful. Reading it doesn't sound like that big a deal. When you stow the weapon away, it automatically reloads, but it does wonders for your time to kill if you're damaging bosses. Imagine if you're in a scenario where you're shooting a boss. You know, you're going to be in this scenario a lot if you're actually doing the King's Fall raid, and you can take out anything with Cocoon, absolutely empty a magazine into the boss's head, and then just switch to another weapon, unload that weapon, empty its magazine, and switch back to your, for example, Anguish of Drystan auto rifle, and it's going to be reloaded. You empty that magazine, and then in fact, if you have another gun with Cocoon, you can just keep switching your Cocoon guns, constantly dealing damage to a boss without ever having to reload. So the potential for your damage per second is really, really good with Cocoon. Now that's where the positives for this gun begin, but unfortunately that's also where they end. This gun overall, again, it's trash. And here's why. We're going to do a little recoil test. First off, let's shoot my Suros assault rifle. I actually did a video on this calling it one of the best guns I've ever found, and let's just shoot a wall with it. Again, I'm just going to be shooting the wall. There's going to be no resistance from me. I'm not touching the thumbsticks whatsoever. I'm just letting this gun's recoil take its course, and you can see pretty accurate. And I'm going to switch also to the Fabian strategy. This is more of an average auto rifle in terms of the recoil department, and you can kind of see that when I actually shoot it at the wall. It recoils a lot more than the Suros, but it isn't unbelievable. We're gonna now switch to the Anguish, and I want to also remind you guys that the recoil benefiting perks are on. Braced frame is selected for this wall test, so its stability is almost maxed out. And here it is. What the fuck was that? You guys can see it is all over the place. It is so much worse than the other two guns. It's not even funny. It almost looks like I'm doing this on purpose, like I'm moving the thumbstick to make this gun's recoil even worse, but I'm not. And I'm actually going to take off brace frame, and it's even worse. This gun's recoil pattern is so bad, I literally can't understand the point of this gun being in the game. This isn't just kind of some no-name gun. This isn't just some random blue that I found and I'm saying this is trash. This is the raid auto rifle. You have to kill Oryx to get this gun, and it's so bad. It's honestly unbelievable. Now, with the recoil pattern like that, you've got to think, well, maybe something special about this gun. Maybe it does more damage. Maybe it has insane range. Maybe the reload's incredible. Something. But it's just not the case. It does the exact same damage as the Suros auto rifle you saw shooting the wall earlier. And yeah, you can believe that that gun's more effective than the Anguish. Its range is actually quite poor. Its reload is totally average. In fact, it's actually below average. And the magazine size is around 30, so this gun has just nothing going for it. That is aside from what I've mentioned earlier with the two raid weapon perks that all raid weapons share, and the fact that it spawns with a high light. But frankly, even if you get a 310 version of this gun, you're probably just better infusing it with something that, I don't know, can shoot straight. Now, this gun is so bad, it's almost funny, but frankly, it shouldn't be. Again, this is a raid weapon. A lot of players are finding King's Fall raid very, very difficult to beat. Not only that, you have to actually beat Oryx, and not only beat Oryx, this is just a random drop from when you beat it. It's not like an easy gun to get. I can't just say to a lot of players, oh, go and get the Anguish. They're gonna have some trouble getting it. But there's really no reward for their effort. I'm okay with raid weapons being, you know, unique in some scenarios or not being the greatest weapon. I'm not asking for this to be the next Thorn or for this to be the next pre-nerf Vex Mythoclast. I'm just asking for this to be, I don't know, usable. Bungie's really going to have to take a second look at the Anguish because I honestly think they just messed up on this gun. The recoil pattern is such and the stats are such that it seems like they almost accidentally entered the wrong number or something. If this gun did 33 damage for a headshot, like had a unique damage pattern that no other auto rifle had, that would make a lot more sense. Like that would really kind of go into, okay, that's why it's recoiling so much. It actually does, you know, more damage than any other auto rifle, and it would actually be balanced if it had this recoil pattern and did 33 damage for a headshot. I can see this kind of being like the big heavy hitter battle rifle that only really talented players that really can control that recoil could master. But it's just, again, it does not do that much damage. It does the same damage as all the other higher damaging auto rifles. So this, again, just falls into complete and utter uselessness. And as such, the Anguish of Drystan auto rifle is trash. But at least you now know which raid weapon to dismantle for increasing the light of your other weapon. And by the way, Bungie, you really need to start actually testing your weapons before you release them into the public and making sure that the raid weapons are usable. And if you are testing them, maybe stop hiring people to test your game that have never played a second of Destiny before. Because that's the only logical answer I can see to why this gun is the way it is. That's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to rate and share this video. It really helps me out. And if you want to see Destiny content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me, the best way is on Twitter, and that's going to be linked in the description of this video, as is my Twitch channel, which you can follow as well. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.